I know for me, I love camp, I love drag, I love Halloween, and this movie really kind of has it all. So, Eric, give us a synopsis. Like, what are people in store for when they sit down and get to watch this film?
Well, I think they're in store for strong queer characters. I think that the stories a lot of queer films get sort of niched into is our coming out stories or coming of age stories or stories where we're suffering from some sort of trauma. And it was very important for me to not create that. I wanted to, again, important stories to tell. But in this case, I wanted to do something original music. I wanted to every note is original in this film, and I wanted to show drag queens and queer men in just strong leadership characters that are likable and funny and want the same things that everybody else wants, which is money, power, control, and love. So that's what they can really expect.
It's just really fun. I think it's a great combination of camp, noir, horror, blood, wigs flying off. I mean, we really didn't hold back with it.
And I have to highlight this part. I think this really stood out to me when I was learning about this film, because even though the film is based in New Orleans, Eric, what's incredible is, especially since this film is based on drag queens and stars drag queens, it was filmed in Florida. And as we know, Florida is a really tricky state right now with their drag rules and regulations. So how important and how incredible do you think it is that you were actually able to film this movie and bring this representation out of a state like Florida?
Oh, I'm incredibly proud. There was a time we didn't know were we going to be able to attend in drag? I mean, were we going to be ticket? Was there going to be a shutdown? We had just gone through Pride, where none of the major prides employed any drag queen performers because for fear of losing their permit.
We world premiered with Popcorn Frights. It's a great genre festival that's based down here, and they really wanted our film, and they also wanted the queens to perform. But then the drag laws happened, the anti-drag laws, and I called Igor and I said, I don't want to get you guys in trouble. And Igor literally said, I don't care. Let them try to shut us down. You guys are performing. And that was beautiful. We felt very supported in our community.
And the queer is here to stay, and it's not going anywhere. And I think people are starting to get that memo. I am manifesting that this film inspires people to just be fearless in queerness. The rainbow is the limit, and it has no end. And if you find it, it's usually a pot of gold. So I just say, go for it. And we are on the ride of our lives. If it ever happens again, I'm pinching myself because it happened to me. It's happening now, and I'm not taking that for granted at all. I would love to see this on a streaming service, but it needs a theatrical life. I think that's really the next step for us. It is a party. It's so much fun. People just laugh. They're throwing popcorn. They're just dying laughing. There's like drinking games coming out of it. It's like insane when we're seeing this happen, and it's just naturally happening, which is fun to sit back and watch. So I would love for this to have a theater life, and maybe something like the cast tours with it for like the first 30 cities or something like that. It makes like little appearances. I think that could be really special. And then, of course, I'd love to see it worldwide on a streaming service so that people who don't have the access like we do in the States can go and stream it in the privacy of their own home. And even if that's where their queerness has to live, they have something to hold on to and something visible to see and live. So I think that would be the best of both worlds.